I've seen all over for the last 15 years. The things that we want to address are the things that are highlighted. We believe multi-sport athletes aren't being managed properly. They're being pushed on to second teams and left like they don't matter. We feel like the balance between soccer life and family life is becoming lopsided. Kids are being told you're not going to make it to college if you don't do everything we say and jump through every hoop and play well and win and do these things, and it's causing a situation where kids stop thinking and they just do what they're told. Whereas here I see creative players, soccer players, players that are free to kind of express themselves. We want to keep that. And the other thing, the number one problem I really think is this false narrative aimed at parents and kids about what's important. Here's a visual for you. For the way the club sets up, obviously you've got your recreational program, which has its own silo, so it can get as big as it wants. It can go as much as it wants, and players can fall in there at any point. And if they're ready, they can go to Challenger, where they can start in Challenger and find their way into the competitive. If that's their path, if that's what they're meant to do, and that's what they want to do. If you're in the competitive program, hopefully you got in when you were younger. It doesn't matter when you drop in, though. In the competitive program, it's its own program with our own initiatives, especially for the girls' side. And the idea is to take you up to the next level, whether it be high school, college, or beyond. Bring value to our members and supporters by making investments that last a lifetime, and getting you guys to believe that if we invest our time and money into the actual player and not into travel, meals, hotels, and things like that, even though, yes, there's going to be that, but doing it the right way, doing it economically and not overdoing it, you're going to get a far better return on the player. The best model, or the most exact model that we're trying to mirror, is a club in England called Southampton. They safeguard them, and then they develop them in exactly the same fashion we are. They don't travel all around. They do all of it in-house, other than kind of local league play. And what happens is, because the philosophy is 100% player-centered, that focus just on the player, continues to allow them to check all the boxes of development, and it's generating some of the best players. The way we're going to do things for all age groups and all coaches, so that if I have to have another coach there, I can be confident in what they're working with. Same to the player groups out there anywhere have an actual method, an actual coaching methodology that they all stick to. We're going to do that. Plan is to get all our coaches down to that daily level where their sessions are either coming from me, they are coming out of curriculum, so they don't have to overthink it, and they know it's absolutely correct. So that is where we're headed with it. This is where we're at. What we want to do is we want to give everyone the same mission, the same language, the same verbiage, the same method of doing things. And so we came up with what we call the 5 stars, the evolution academy structure. Meaning this is the message. This is how we're going to help our kids stay focused and understand what they're doing from week to week. Keep it simple for them and show consistent character. But we want to talk to them about that all the time. All right? If they're hearing the message early, they'll start to get it eventually. If you're going to do it right from the bottom all the way up through, you've got to know where you're at. Most players need to start down at pre-academy. All right? Pre-academy from age 4 to 7, we have that. There's not too many groups out there that have that. It could be Tiny Toes. Can be other little programs. It's just introducing the game to the kids, and also evolution, reaching out and IDing kids in an early age that maybe really want to play soccer. The foundation phase is where we got to do a lot of work. Okay, technical, tactical, physical, psychological. We're starting to, I'll keep going here, but we're starting to get positions. We're starting to latch on to concepts, all the different technical concepts, starting to introduce tactics, but we're not getting too deep. It's really the player and the ball, and I'm starting to understand the basics of how the different parts of the game link together for the player. So then the youth development phase, that's the 11 through 14, which is, in my opinion, the most exciting phase, because now we start to introduce the tactics, and this is where he goes so well positioned. It has been a great foundation of skill development. Now, the 11 through 14, this is where you make or break players. This is where you make or break next level players, in my opinion. because they have to be on time with the advanced concepts such as combination play, such as individual defending, group defending, set plays, just learning how to be part of a high performance team. Okay, we start to put the fitness component in there, and you also start to put the competition component in there. Select players to go do showcasing things like that. We just start to use the strength of the group so that the younger players have to compete with the older players. The older players have support numbers-wise from the younger players, and we really start to get a lot of momentum. We just play a lot of soccer at 15 through 18 and get them ready for obviously high school, but honestly college and whatever may come next. Defenders, midfielders, forwards. All right, depending on what phase you're in, we're going to start to introduce that stuff. And then what's going to happen is the specific role. So if you're a defender, what type of defender? Are you on the right? Are you on the left? Are you in the middle? Are you a midfielder? If you're a midfielder, are you center mid? Are you on the right, on the left? If you're a striker, are you a pure striker? Are you number 9? We want our kids to understand the game. When it comes to tactical, we'll talk about the 4 heights and the 4 basics. 4 heights is basically passing and receiving, the different ways that the ball is going to come to you and you're going to deal with it. Tactical 4 basics means getting the ball on the ground. Your kids are going to know what it is here, and they'll never have heard of it. 4 basics are get the ball on the ground, use diagonal passing movement, switch the point of attack, minimize touches. There it is. Okay? And then the 5th one is crossing finish. All that's happening, and then you have the team. So you got the individual we've got to do that for. Then we have the actual team, and I think this is the exciting part about Evo too. Is when you have players that have been developed correctly, you can have a team that plays great soccer. Very, very similar in the way that they play, so the players are interchangeable. Number 1, but also because we're going to play some very, very exciting soccer that's just attractive to people who want those types of players and want to those types of players. What we want is a consistency of style and performance. Playing out of the back, it's a must. Using diagonal passing movement, as I said, switching the point of attack. Clinical in the final third. That seems like a little phrase, but it's everything. And then, of course, personal growth. We want our teams and our girls to grow together and get stronger and be confident that they can take on anyone when we roll out there. The player who wants more, we're going to offer, because our theory is the more you trade, the more you're going to get out of that investment. We're going to offer as much individual player training as we can. As much ability for players to train on their own as we can. And there's some great programs out there. Kid just needs a backyard and a few cones and a program, and we got that. We're going there. We're going to provide the best opportunities for exposure to college coaches and beyond. By using myself and Chris's relationships in the men's and women's game, we're going to bring college coaches and professional coaches to our players. That's just common standard practice. I've been doing that for years as a college coach, and then as a club coach, having guys come in and working with another club. We did a lot of that. We do the ID camps. We'll do our own ID camp or tournament. That's tied to one of our events or both of our events eventually. We're looking at a fall, basically super group for our college age girls or girls that are starting to get recruited. We're going to try and form a super group tied to our fall event and get coaches to come and watch that, get some good teams to come and compete with us so that they can also get recruited. Guest player opportunities with regional partners. I get calls and texts and this and that all the time from other clubs. KC, St. Louis, Minnesota, Denver, wherever. Everyone kind of has what Evo has, super players, just super players. And when we get together and go showcase, I think you guys are going to see, and you're going to start to realize our players are as good as anybody in Omaha and at the regional level.
There's a reason to our tournaments. When we go back to our tournaments events we have, and you saw there's 3 up there. Yeah, we're having another one that's coming up. These tournaments are going to start turning into showcases. All right, so we are creating our own way into getting our kids put in front of these things. Where not only I got to get to that evolution showcase event. I got to get there to see these kids. I know they put on a good event. So, in return, our goal here is your kids want to go on and play high school. If that's where they want to play, great. Let us get them there. They want to go on beyond that. All right, great. Let us show you where to go. Let's show you where your kid is.
United Soccer Coaches. I'm on staff, operations staff with United Soccer Coaches. It's the largest coaching association in the world, but it's pretty big in the U.S. It's just a network of all the different bodies of soccer, especially college soccer coaches out there, and you don't get to be on staff with United Soccer Coaches unless you have really good relationships. And at the end of the day, next pathway, the recruiting and all that is about who you know. They're ready to go. They're ready to work with us and do whatever makes sense to help get our players going on to the next level. So, networking with coaches, not even worried about it.